This is my, oh, let me come to this side. This is my 180SX. I'm building it as a time attack race car, and I took it to a track day and blew something up. Had no idea what the hell I blew up because I'm not a mechanic. I'm a YouTube mechanic.
Hey guys.
Everything I learned is online. I did some diagnosing and all of that stuff. Couldn't really figure out what the problem was. Took it to a shop, took it to like a friend's shop and everything. They were able to do a couple of things and they found out that I probably have a hole in the headers. So I gotta pull the headers. Don't know how to do that. Let's go. So I basically just want to like walk you guys through this really quickly. This right here, this little rusty piece you see right here, that is the heat shield on the intake manifold or on the exhaust manifold or headers, whatever you want to call it. Basically, a lot of this stuff right here is going to have to come out so that way we can actually get to that and pull that out. Pretty sure like the intake's gonna have to come out. A couple of these intake pipes are gonna have to come out. I saw someone remove like their oil catch can. I don't know if I'm gonna do that, but like some of these lines over here might have to actually come out so that way I can get to the headers and get that pulled out. There's my turbo and everything right there. I'm obviously gonna have to disconnect the dump pipe down there. All in all, hopefully, fingers crossed. Actually, you know what? You guys know what I was about to say. I'm not gonna say anything. Fingers crossed, right? Just fingers crossed. Here we go, doing something new. Like, a piece of me was like, you know what? Let's reach out to a shop. They can help us. They can do this. But no, damn it. We're learning. We're gonna do it. Pray for me. This should be eaten. I almost said it. I almost said it. I almost said it. Shh. Let's get to work. There we go. First part out. We got the first part of the intake piping out, which was right there, connected to there. And now you can see here just a little bit better. So I think now what we're gonna do is we'll just remove this clamp here, remove that clamp right there. We're gonna remove that, and then that should allow us to actually fully take out the intake. So I don't have to take this line off, just this bolt here, and we should be able to pull literally the intake out and both of these lines to free up the space right there. Next thing, the ultimate tool in those super hard to reach places, like this clamp right here. Oh, baby, that worked like a charm. Popped it off without ripping it. Let's go. The flathead that Cho broke ended up coming in handy. So far, we've got that line disconnected there. We've got this line disconnected off of here. This one disconnected there. The most rare sight in existence. My 10mm was where it was supposed to be. We're gonna have to remove the dipstick just because where it's at currently in the way. Just one little bolt and a bracket and it'll come loose and I can just kind of move it out of the way so I can fit the wrench there. Welcome to my very botched plan of getting down there and making this work, dude. Okay, now we have to just like get her in there. And it's spinning, it's loosening. The sensor. Boom, unplugged. There we go, baby. Intake out. So this is the actual headers or like the exhaust manifold, whatever. This is the heat shield that's on it. And I don't know if you guys can tell, but look at where we're gonna be fighting. Those are some crusty bolts. Definitely gonna be fighting that. That's gonna be a lot of fun. Basically, I'm gonna have to just break the bolts on this heat shield. That'll give us access to the actual manifold itself and like where the bolts are for that. Oh! 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 Success, baby! Yes, dude! Oh! Let's go! Oh! Can't make this up, dude. Like, just ripped it right out. Let's see. Okay. Break that one. Break that one. Oop. Yeah, there we go. And then this whole thing can just move out of the way like that. Hopefully this will be enough clearance to allow me to freaking pull this off. This heat shield. Oh yeah. We've cleared the heat shield, okay. Okay, we gotta get this off. So this is the turbo, I think this is the hot side turbo inlet. I could be wrong, but whatever the official name is for that. But this is blocking me from being able to kind of remove this and take this out. But there is a single bolt at the bottom down here that I think is keeping this in. So I'm gonna try removing that to see if I can take this off to then be able to remove this. So next thing. Seems to be a lot more play. Got one. Woo! That is one long bolt. Got that out. And there it is. Got it out. There she is. And yeah. Oh, the gasket. That cleared that space up right there. And so now that should give us more than enough room to actually remove this. Gonna have to finagle this, but progress. Oh God. There we go. She's out. Oh man, that took some finagling and beating. Dude, this thing is ugly. I don't like this in there. This was a major piece that we definitely needed to get removed though, that now exposes the headers on the exhaust side. So let's go, baby. As you guys can see, we've got the exposed headers here. We got the turbo chilling down in there. We're getting there. We're one step closer, we're getting there. But now we have access to the actual bolts that mount the headers to the block and everything, so we'll be able to break those. Hopefully those aren't super freaking rusty and are impossible to get off. I'm pretty sure that is the O2 sensor right there. Pretty sure I just have to undo this clip here. I'll have to break the bolts down there where the exhaust connects to the cat, and then we just have the bolts here on the actual headers to the block. And I believe we should be able to rip this thing out. So we are making progress at the expense of my fingies getting squished, but we're making progress. We're getting there. Let's go. Look at this dude in my house.
Oh shit.
Oh my God. We got Nick here helping out with the 180. We got it up off the ground. I'm about to take the front bumper off because we have to drain the coolant and everything. The next steps that we have to do is drain the coolant, remove the oil and the coolant lines from the turbo. Then next we can break the bolts that are on the headers that are connected to the block, and then we can disconnect the bolts that are connected to the cat on the exhaust side. So that's pretty much it, and then we'll be able to pull this thing out. All right, I have to drain coolant.
Yeah, you pick it.
Yep, there it is. All right, go ahead and crack it. Oh God, oh.
You good? Sorry.
You're good, you can crack it a little more. I have the funnel pointing. Oh shit. Okay, that's better. That's a better flow right there. Okay. That's more like 20-year-olds not pissing, like, you know.
My bad, man. It kind of just came off. I was like, oh shit, I gave you everything.
Right now we're draining the coolant. Now the reason why we're draining the coolant is because we're gonna have to disconnect the coolant and the oil lines from the turbo. And if had we not drained the coolant and we just disconnected the coolant line from the turbo, we would have been pissing coolant everywhere. So step one, and then we're gonna be getting underneath the car, and we will be doing that next. The funnel was a pro move because like I'm able to like angle it.
Oh yeah.
All right, I think this is gonna be a 10. Mm-hmm. Okay. One. Take this. It actually might be easier for you to come under here.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna touch on this one.
Yep,
that one right there, yeah. The it looks like the nuts themselves, they're either rusted or they're welded on to the other side, so you don't have to worry about the bolt. It might be loose enough. There you go. Nice. One more right here. There's one like literally right underneath it. Your fingers are like, yo, we haven't done this.
Oh, okay.
Can this come off yet? It feels like it's still on somewhere.
There's a bolt right here on the back that I see.
Oh, okay, yep. That one looks like it's way bigger than a 10.
Yeah, that's a 12, I think.
12? Okay. Nice. Here you go.
Oh, such a tight space.
Yep, and you're like doing like quarter turns. Getting it. Yeah, it's fine. Got it?
Got it?
Yep. There we go. You guys saw it from the GoPro. We're taking the heat shield off of the turbo, and basically the whole assembly needs to move to the right and then out. So now we're gonna see if we can pull this thing off. Honestly, it might be easier if you go underneath.
You think so?
Yeah.
This tube, I think, is stopping it.
The tube right here?
Yeah.
If I move that, can you have to like finagle it.
Yeah. Let's see.
If you can get it off the bolt, you might have to just go up.
So it's off the bolt.
Okay.
But
There you go, there you go.
the tube indents into it.
So like this corner right here, you're probably gonna have to go down with that. I'm gonna move this tube a little bit. Here, let me trade you.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. Hell yeah, baby. I was not playing games. I was like, get out. So that right there is the exposed turbo. We got the heat shield and everything off. And cool thing to note is that it is a factory Garrett turbo, which is sick. Got that off. That heat shield was a pretty big thing that we needed to get off because now we have way more clearance, especially right here between like the O2 tube. I'm not sure what this is. This piece here connects to this tube, which actually goes down and feeds into the exhaust. Those actual mechanics, let me know, like, what the hell is this? But now we have enough clearance here in between that tube and the headers where we can actually pull this thing out. So I think now we gotta start breaking the bolts and everything on the block. Let's go. I know I'm gonna have to use PB Blaster, or I might even have to use like an extractor kit to be able to get the turbo dump pipe off of the downpipe. Like the 3 bolts and the 3 nuts that go from the dump pipe to the downpipe literally looks like pizza crust, burnt, just rust everywhere. And I literally rounded out one of them trying to get it off. And I am now determined to get that thing freaking off. I decided that I'm officially going to replace the dump pipe, the downpipe. I'm gonna replace the header, like I'm gonna replace everything right there. So at this point, it doesn't really matter what I do, I just gotta get it off. All right, we got the goods from AutoZone. First and foremost, we got PB Blaster. And I bought something that I'm gonna try out. I don't know if it's gonna work at all, but I basically got a nut splitting tool, and that is for the nuts that are off of the elbow from the turbo to the downpipe, and gonna see if this works. So yeah. Also, this is like completely ridiculous. I just had a screw in my wall and I decided to hang up the ruined HKS exhaust. So it's just on my wall. It has been a few days. This car has been soaking in PB Blaster, and we are going to see if I am able to get these nuts off of the downpipe from the elbow from the turbo. But dang it, man, these things, I'm gonna try my hardest to get these things out today. Here we go. Ooh, there we go. Now it's just getting leverage to push it. Oh God, there's like no room. And the good news is it looks like this is the hardest one, the center, middle, bottom. Oh yeah, baby. I don't know if you guys heard it. I broke it with like it was nothing. Oh God. But, oh, thank goodness. Oh, it does. Let's go. Oh, hell yeah. So it was like on top of like a spacer like that. Oh, whoo, God. Oh man, I think I have to do the exact same thing here. Just want you guys to know, like, these headers, like, these are OEM. These bolts have never been replaced. They're rusted. They've never been touched. So like, oh my God, dude, that was hard as heck. Oh my God, but I'm super glad I was able to do that. Get that to a point where I can get that out with my hand. Same thing with this one. Okay, one more. All of the nuts holding the headers onto the block have all been removed. They're all empty, they've all been removed and everything. I left one there to hold it in place. Now I have to go down in here. You're not gonna be able to see it, but there's a line right there, right underneath the header, that is the oil line, or it might be, I think it's the coolant line actually, that leads to the turbo. And so we got to undo that. I'm gonna have to get under the car, and I think I'm gonna have to just break the line on the turbo, like the oil line for the turbo, because I don't know. I think that line leads back there behind the block, but I'm not sure. And then I think from there I should be good to pull this out. So gonna go break all of those. And I just need you guys, I need you guys to understand something. I've got crazy hair. I have been fighting the dump pipe to the downpipe, from the turbo to the downpipe, like the 3 bolts, dude, or the 3 nuts, dude. Look at this. I had to fight these things for 3 days, dude, to get these off. The amount of rust was insane. Like I said, don't mind my hair. We're chilling, we're fine. But I have a couple more nuts that I have to break, a couple of lines that I need to disconnect, and then I should be good to pull these headers out of the car. Oh, and there we go. So this is the banjo bolt that went, I believe this was to the coolant line, to the turbo. So now I just need to go underneath and pull this off of the, pull the other one that's for the oil line off the turbo side. So 1 down, 2 to go. So I believe that this is the oil banjo bolt, smells like oil and everything. I'm hoping that means I don't have to remove the line on the other side of the turbo, and now I can pull the manifold. Fingers crossed. There we go. Somehow this dude from Illinois is now working on the car. Hi, Cho.
Hi. Can you give me something to, like, because it's my hand's slipping on the wrench.
You need a towel?
Yeah, I need something to.
Oh, here you go. Here's paper towel right there.
Can you grab the turbocharger? Because
the turbo is still mounted to the bottom of the header.
I understand that. Can you move it so I can have clearance, bitch?
Yeah, I'm holding it.
Oh my god, see? Look how much easier it is when I could. Because I was like, why is it all of a sudden so. Like, the clearance was so tight. Oh my god, it's in my mouth.
Good.
It's. Oh, I take.
Good.
Oh. No, it just feels weird. It just feels so wet.
Alright, here you go.
You know when your arm starts cramping when you've been wrenching on a certain spot for so long?
Dude, you've been wrenching for like 20 seconds.
Yeah,
I'm gonna need
still
you to...
cramping. I'm still cramping.
Oh my god. I'm gonna go buy you one of those, like, you know those things that you like squeeze?
Where's your electric, like, ratchet? This is where our electric ratchet comes in. Oh, there you go. Okay, I just broke it loose. Thank God you undid those manifolds, because that would have made it impossible.
I know.
And then, like, boom, it's like one more thing.
Trying to see.
Oh. Wow.
Look at the gasket.
Okay, so you blew a gasket then?
Probably. Look at the gaskets. The gasket is literally split.
Oh.
Look at that.
Okay.
Damn.
So that's where your
Blue gasket right there. But there we go, dude. So
it's out now.
it is officially out. So there is the dump pipe off the turbo right there. Manifold. It's sick. Factory Garrett turbo.
Like other Nissan.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna go wash my hands.
Badass, dude.
Right. Before I get cancer.
Boom. There she is. Little tiny Garrett turbo from Nissan. Headers all out. Whew, shit. But look at this big ass gaping hole here now. I need to know where the hell this goes. This is what we were fighting. So this was on the other side of the turbo. This line here that I was fighting, that Joe was able to help me get off. This right here, boom. Damn, so I think that actually might be the problem right there, is the actual blown gasket, because it literally is split. That actually might be the headers. I'm wondering if the headers are fine. We can smoke test it. I do have a smoke machine. Everything's out, and I'm gonna have to spend like $1,000 replacing all the shit.
Literally this whole video is just me just coming over and just pulling it out. That's it. Because we can't even put anything in there.
Because I did all of the hard work already.
It's
and
not
like,
about.
all it was you breaking
It's not about.
one line.
It's not about. Guess what? Guess who did it though? Okay. I'll be honest with you. I think if you did that, I think you could have like.
No, I totally could have done it by myself. I had every intention of getting this done by myself today.
No, I like how the stud is missing on that one side. Was it? Did you take that stud out?
Yeah, it's right up there.
Oh, okay, cool. I just didn't know. Okay. Yeah, those gaskets were ready to go. Cause like you see all the fucking, dude. It was leaking like a mother. Like you were losing power. So you were really tracking with like a down powered car.
And to be honest, I don't think I was tracking with a down powered car. I think it happened as the day progressed. Because like,
you sure?
This was the middle of
this is all
summer.
Black. Like this is like soot from the engine. Like this is all that. Like bro. Like, and it's like it's not like it's valve cover leak. I don't see any valve cover leaking. And this side's cleaner than that side. Dude, yeah, like this thing was, it had a blown gasket for sure. I don't know, did you ever heard it like making the No? But well, I mean maybe at the track day, but yeah, but that's a lot of black right away. How long you been tracking it?
I mean, that was the only track day that I ever did.
But like how long you were on the track for? Like 8 hours?
it was a full 8-hour day.
Oh dude.
Multi-sessions, like 6 sessions, 6 20-minute sessions over an 8-hour day.
So wait, the manifold you were planning on getting, is it a top mount or a bottom mount?
So a piece of me wants to just continue with just the bottom mount, so that way I don't have to change everything.
Yeah, because you're gonna use the existing hard lines then.
Yeah, because then I can just use the existing ones.
Wow, look how like everything's so tight in this engine, but like you pulling it out too wasn't that bad. This needs to go, right? You don't need that, right? There's so much emission shit you don't.
What, I mean, isn't that the oil catch? It's my oil catch can.
No, it's like oh, it goes back into the block. It's like a catch can recirculation or something. Like it recirculates back into the block. This must be a filter or something. Like what? Then why else would you have? Why else would you recirculate that? Because that's crankcase pressure, right? But that is so interesting. Is that an SR thing specifically? Yeah.
I think so, because I don't think I've ever seen that on K's.
That's interesting that it goes back into the block.
So, Cho, what's your theory about the headers and everything right here?
Well,
what do you think's going on?
Well, like, there's nothing cracked, and like, why is it, like, okay, you know how, like, people mentioned that this is safety pin here, right? But why is this nut moving so much? Like, it should not move this much, right? Yeah. It doesn't matter. Like, it should be torqued to spec, and why would a nut move out? It's because it's backing out because something is getting loose, right? You terrible driving that.
Oh my god.
You're shifting like, the turbocharger's like, no, please stop. I'm losing boosts. I'm being for real, bro. I told you I wasn't playing.
That's the thumbnail right there. Just
okay. All right, give me a wrench. That's the most blown out thing I've ever seen. Like, look, dude. Wait, hold on. I had it the way I was moving it, like what do you see that? Oh my god. It should not be moving like that. Why is it flexing? Like, dude, like that should not be moving. Oh my goodness. This thing is, what you mean? This is my build now? This would be like a 10-part series content. You wouldn't believe what
you wouldn't believe.
I could probably like, dude, the way I could pull off.
Do it with your hand?
Dude, like this is not even, oh my God. Like that is just, if that's Japanese spec, like if that's how it's supposed to be, like slightly a little loose, I'm like, nah, we ugga-dugga that here in America. We do something called ugga-dugga, be cultured. Like, bro, oh my God, like, do you see this? Do you see, like, I'm, like, what? Like, it was all coming out. Watch your gasket crumbles instantly. Like, it's an instant crumble. I'm low-key surprised the studs are not, like, one of the studs hasn't backed out yet. I don't know, like, I'm just sitting here like, bro, this is so ridiculous. I hope you never use these pins. Like, these little clamp thingies, they didn't do nothing. The only thing they did was so you didn't lose your nuts. Your turbocharger would have actually like popped out. Like it just hanging. Oh yeah, you would have known you had a boost.
Turbo's gone.
Dude, turbo is like literally just sitting.
I'm not making any boost.
I should have, but just like. Like, oh
whoa,
wow, look at that.
Whoa.
Look at that, man. Look at that. Oh, that's the. But your gasket is blown. Like I actually. Like your gasket is blown, like you're missing pieces.
Let's see.
It's gotta be on the floor, underneath your jack.
What?
The gasket. The gasket is missing here. You have a whole chunk missing, brother. And I mean, I may not be no mechanic, but I think that gotta be goddamn, bro. Goddamn. Damn. I think you put too much power, too much stickers. Blown out. Set your gasket left the chair.
Okay, so that is literally where we are going to end this video. So with the help of Cho and everything, we were able to pull the headers out of the car, and we are literally starting on the front end of this car. This is gonna have to be a completely separate video, so I definitely wanna film that for you guys, but now we're gonna start tackling this box right here. So big shout out and thank you to Fitment Industries, appreciate you guys, but now we've got another project that we're already starting with the 180 to make this a race car. So we've got, to kind of just keep you guys in the loop with what we're doing, the next video, Cho and I are going to be relocating the battery. We're going to be mounting the front mount intercooler, going to be cutting into the car a little bit. So a lot of really cool things are about to happen. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Drop a like, subscribe. That way you guys are updated with every time I post. And yeah, look forward to all that coming out. And then just a little sneak peek. There's all that pulled out right there. This is literally the front end of the car right now. So make sure you guys tune in for the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.